Greetings! My name is Caio Sampaio. I'm a career expert and certified professional resume writer, and today I will help you choose the best fonts for your resume, including the best font size for your resume. So let's start with my 5 favorite resume fonts and I will walk you through the pros and cons. First, let's start with Arial. You see it pretty much everywhere, and for a good reason. It is certainly a strong candidate for the best fonts for your resume. And here's how your resume can look like if you pick this resume font. And the pros of using this font is that it's very legible and also very familiar to pretty much anyone. So it's a safe bet if you don't want to choose anything risky and just want a resume font that is safe and reliable. But nothing is perfect, so let's talk about the negatives here as well. Honestly, there aren't many that come to my mind, but the biggest one is that this is an incredibly common font, so it can work against you if you're trying to design a creative resume. But it's a safe option if you just want a resume that looks good and it's also very legible. And now let's take a look at the Century Gothic resume font. This resume font has a distinct look when compared to more traditional alternatives like Arial, for example, helping you create a resume that stands out. This resume font is also highly legible, especially on computer screens, which is a plus since that's where recruiters will most likely read your resume. Now, the only downside that comes to my mind about using this font is that it has a lot of space between the letters, so it takes up more space on page, which can be problematic. After all, remember that a resume should only have a maximum of 2 pages, so if you are an experienced candidate, it's best to reconsider whether this font is best for you, as you might struggle to make your extensive career fit into this limit. And that brings us to the Georgia resume font, because this resume font is associated with formality. So it can work wonders if you're looking for a job in an industry that is also associated with that, like law or banking, for example. But therein lies the problem. This font can also backfire if you try to use it when writing a resume for a less formal job, like being a designer, for example. After all, your resume says a lot about you, and a resume that conveys the wrong formality level might make recruiters think that you don't have the right profile for the job that you want. And speaking of jobs, I would like to ask you a question. Are you a seasoned professional? Because if you are, then the Verdana resume font might be a strong pick for you. Verdana is a resume font optimized for small print legibility, meaning it allows you to squeeze in more text in each page of your document, which can be a blessing if you are someone with lots of experience who is struggling to make everything fit in just 2 pages. The problem here, however, is that this font is also pretty bland, so it may not create the desired impact if you want something eye-catching. And that brings us to the last resume font that I would like to share with you today, Trebuchet. The Trebuchet resume font is a great pick if you are trying to give a friendly first impression, making it perfect for people looking to work in professions where friendliness is a key character trait, like customer service or sales, for example. But it's best to avoid it if you're looking for a more formal job. And there you go, these are my 5 favorite resume fonts. And if you're looking to see more options, you can read our full article detailing what is the best resume fonts, written by a certified professional resume writer. The link is in the description below. But that begs the question, how should you choose the best resume fonts for you? Well, I can share a few pointers. First, your resume fonts must be legible, and that might be a little subjective, so it's always a good idea to get some feedback. The second point is that your resume font should match your profession. As a rule of thumb, fonts with straight edges gives your resume a more formal look, while round fonts give you a more casual and friendly appearance. Also, be sure that your font matches your template and its color. A formal font in a colorful resume templates can look out of place, for example. And it's also important to be consistent. Use the same font throughout your entire resume. And there you go. These are the 4 things you should consider when choosing the best resume fonts for you. And now that you've made your choice, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to choose the best font size for your resume. After all, if your font is too large, it can force you to cut vital information. And also, if it's too short, recruiters will struggle to read your resume. So your best bet is to pick something in the middle. A font of 11 or 12 points is ideal, and I understand that playing around with your resume formats can be a chore. After all, not everybody masters Microsoft Word, for example, so allow me to share a better alternative. All the examples you saw here came from the Zety Resume Builder. It's a tool that lets you write a resume effortlessly in just 5 minutes, and you can change the template, color, and font of your resume with the click of a button. The link for you to try it will be in the description below. So, what is your favorite resume font? Do you have any questions on the topic? Let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to see more videos that will help you write a perfect resume. Until next time, take care.